Hi, it's me, Jen. This video is a slight departure from the normal content that I've been bringing, but yet not. I wanted to share a little bit of a story that happened to me this week, and it was just around genius, I guess is the best way to put it. But one of my guilty pleasures is watching reaction videos to music, specifically intergenerational, whether it's say Gen X watching a current artist or a Gen Z person watching someone from Gen X era. I love watching those videos. And I happen to be watching people reacting to Prince. And the weird thing is, having lived in the era, actually going to a Prince concert when I was younger, I got to experience what it was like having Prince on the scene or being at the forefront of people's minds. You know, when he was on the Super Bowl halftime show, when he, did a lot of shenanigans, and the reactions to him from people who are younger, who had never been exposed to Prince. And as a person who grew up in that era, it's mind-boggling to me that people have never been exposed to him. But yet, I also understand. And I was thinking about the fact that he, was a person who had to endure a lot of criticism and a lot of speculation, misunderstanding, judgment because of his artistry. And, some of that may be self-imposed, whatever, doesn't matter. But I think whenever a person has, and I shouldn't even say whenever a person, because I think everyone has a bit of genius inside of them. And what we tend to do is protect that because of the fear of judgment. We build up this ego part of ourself who, it's like your spirit understands the genius that lives inside of you. It understands that you have this very unique light to share. And the reason that I say it's unique is not to be like this precious type of thing, but really, really, no one on this planet has lived the very specific life that you have lived, from your DNA to where you have resided physically, to your work life, to your education, to your upbringing. All of the massive and minor components that make up the life that is yours are put together in a way that is very unique and really isn't duplicated anywhere else. So within that framework that is your life, it creates a very unique message. And I was sharing with my son, and I might have shared on here, that if you have a puzzle and you have all of the pieces, but you don't have a front, there's no front of the box, there's no sheet on the inside that shows you what the puzzle looks like completed, you're kind of guessing. So think of your life like that. Your life is a puzzle that you have all the pieces, you just haven't put it together yet. You've maybe put together some of the outline, maybe you've put together one corner and you have a good idea of what this looks like, but you have no idea what the rest of that puzzle looks like. But you can create a sketch for what you want it to look like, what you would like it to look like, what would feel really good to you. And really, that is kind of what this channel is about. But the only way that you can do that is to connect inward, to listen to that inner voice, and to silence all the other ones that are shaping you to fit their puzzle, to put you into their puzzle. And that's what we do when we give our attention and energy away for free. This is the biggest, most expensive commodity on the planet at this time. Companies are paying billions of dollars to grab your attention and energy. It is that valuable. Because if you direct it toward a vision that you create, powerful, very powerful. If you engage with the spirit that is on the inside of you and allow your genius to shine despite criticism, despite what will people think? Is that cringe? All of the stuff. Don't let culture, don't let politics, don't let religion, don't let background, whatever, pigeonhole you into something that denies the genius that resides on the inside of you. This, I realize, can be easier said than done, but the more that you practice, just like with anything else, the better you'll get. So, I invite you to take 5 minutes a day. You can ask yourself any question you want to ask yourself, but I would start with, what would a good life feel like? You could use it for different areas of life. What would it feel like to be healthy? So your body, what would it look like? What would it feel like, look like to be feeling good with money? What would it feel like to be able to live in a way that feels peaceful or joyful, or whatever feeling you want to feel, because you're creating the puzzle or you're fitting into someone else's. So I just invite you to be a little more purposeful, to at least give yourself 5 minutes a day to start cobbling together a sketch that might be the front of your puzzle box, so that you're at least aware of what pieces might fit and what won't as you're creating. I just wanted to share that today, because had Prince not allowed himself to be subjected to things unpleasant, we would not have had the genius. And that's so true for other authors, movie directors, athletes, so many people who've inspired us, artists of every form, the people who have invented things, built things that we've all gotten to enjoy and we forget to be appreciative of, that are blessing our lives. I mean, I'm sitting here on a couch right now looking into a camera. Andy posting this on YouTube. The people involved who had to create something in order for me to do all of this, that's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Some of them creating from a space of, I have an idea. Some of them creating from a space of, I have a need, that were involved in me getting to this point. And the same for you, wherever you sit today. There were a lot of people involved in the puzzle that is your current day. So take it seriously. Appreciate this life you get to live. Understand that it's a gift. It truly is. I don't say that in a trite way, and I don't say that to deny any struggle that you're going through. But I'm guessing you've struggled before, and somehow you've come out to this side of it, and you've gained some strength in the process, albeit unpleasant, albeit we wish we didn't. I remember going through a time in my life where I thought, oh, my reason in life here is to demonstrate that you can make it through all kinds of struggles. And I really hated that station. I'll be real with you. I hated it. And I felt like it was very unfair. And it took me a very long time to realize, wait a minute, I have more agency than I think. And I really can start to cobble together a vision. Do I know how I'm going to get there? Do I know every step it'll take? No. And actually, even though I've literally journaled 10,000 pages of, and read them back, I still couldn't tell you the steps I took. Even if I used ChatGPT to help me, I still couldn't tell you the exact steps, because it was just like putting together a puzzle. You don't grab a handful of pieces and slam them down in there together. It's piece by piece by piece by piece. It's not very exciting. And then you get to one part and it might feel so exciting, and it's like, oh gosh, I see this, it's coming together, and like 5 pieces come in and get placed really quickly. And there's other times when you have to walk away because the pieces are not coming together. You just have to take a break. And so if you're in that space, know that it'll come together. It really will. But I needed to share that because I feel some energy this week that's a little bit weird. And I thought we could all use just a little bit of like, hey, let your genius shine. It's worth hearing. You have more agency. Create that puzzle front of the box and start filling in the pieces. Enjoy the process and be very appreciative of what got you here.